I'm in Eilat right now. You can see the beach behind me. And yeah, just had to do the weekly recap, telling you what exactly have been on my mind and I've been doing in the past week. And this is a new habit I'm going to do. So it's been last week and I'm going to do it today as well. So this week, what was really the main focus is the new WhatsApp group that I created for my community. So I plan to create a course for instructors on March 24th. So that's in another 8 months or so. And by then I want 15 participants at least to be in the frontal part of the group and another 40 or 50 in the online part. And for that to happen, one good tip that I got from friends that also do the same thing for their niches is to create their own, let's call it community groups that will help them to reach people that want to learn what they are doing, and from the groups to take them for the courses. So I've been doing that and it was really good, and I'm really happy that I launched it just about a day after when I posted the last week recap. So it was on, I believe, Saturday night, and by then immediately about 100 people joined in the few hours afterwards, and by now we are at 326 people. That's amazing. That's so many people, and I'm so grateful for this great support that I'm getting from my community, from the people who follows me and see what I'm doing and want to learn from it. And I believe I'll reach soon the 500, and then hopefully we can reach to my vision for the group is for 1,500 users, because I believe that if I take my conversion rate from this group to my course at 1 person per 100 that joins the group, I would like to have 1,500 people in the group, so I can take 15 to my course. And I believe there will be more that will come for the online part of it. And besides that, I guess my main struggle yet is also something that I got from a friend, from Michael. He's a great friend. He's amazing. He has this idea to become the lead, let's call it, coach in Herbalife. It's a great company. And what he said to me is, you need to figure out how to make 5 diamond, let's call it representatives that basically do what I do. And those 5, with my knowledge, with my skills, with my brain behind them, to make sure that they know exactly what they're doing, I can help them to lead the next 5, each of them, people. So that becomes like a tree of employees that basically you don't have to run a 500 employee business to be successful. You can run 5 strong people that can really model what you do, and they can continue to do that. And I believe that's a great way to look at businesses. I think that it's something that really transformed my thinking. So instead of thinking about how I can control and manage 100 instructors, all I need to do is to control 5 diamond instructors that are the top of the business. And those 5 can help me develop my vision to grow all around the nation and even abroad, to go internationally. And I believe that this is the way that I need to think about. And it's really struggling me. How can I make those 5 diamond instructors? What can I do to help people? Like, I have this employee right now, Guy. He's a great person. He knows a lot about instructing. How can I help him get all that I know and really instill those so he can manage his own 5 and so on and so on? And I still struggle in how can I take what I have developed in 13 years, because that's about the time I've been using all the tools, I've been practicing all the tools I'm doing right now, and take it to the next level. So now I started to note down, because this is the only way to progress. You have to note down and go step by step. What can I do? And I think that I got some hints, some beginning for the process. And it starts up with how you develop as an instructor. So I'll tell you about it a bit. Sorry if it's going to be too long, because it's only a side note, but it is an important part. And if you have any comments or ideas, you can always write it down. I would love to hear from you. So I'm taking the instructors as they are, And the first level they have to know is how to become coachable, because I think that's something that really helped me become better as a person. I became very coachable. People can give me feedback and I can actually process it and maybe even use it if it's something that I feel right and it is right. So this is the first thing, become coachable and reflective. Next step is to have a better public speaking abilities. That's being charismatic, that's about talking with flow, using your expressions and body language. And so that is the next part. And then there is communication with children, to become better communicator with kids, how to talk with them, how to speak with them. After that we have, I believe it was, how do you control the group? If you instruct a group of children, how do you manage things around the group? That's about safety in the group. That's about handling troubleshooting if there is something, kids who start fighting each other or someone who goes away. You need to learn how to manage a group best as you can. And then there is the parents' communication. How do you talk with parents? Helping them understand what you want them to know. So those are the stuff. And then there is more. There is how to become better at sales. So that's leads conversions. And then there is using of the systems. And I believe that is also one of the biggest things that can really transform what I have right now, which is a great mind. And sorry that I give myself too much credit, but I have a great mind and I can hold all those variables together when I teach kids. But instructors, I don't believe it's fair to ask them to do the same thing, because I developed that in 13 years of experience. So how can I leverage from technological softwares that can help the instructors in the class? So I myself can instruct, let's say, 12 kids in a class and have a great class, that all the kids become empowered, and I also give them a fun time, and parents are really enjoying it because I learned how to give each kid a similar amount of attention. I don't think it's fair to say that another instructor, even if he is a skilled one who learned it for a few years, who haven't been in the same mindset as me, can reach those levels in a 3-month course. That's why I believe that the best way for me to go forward is to create a technological system that uses, let's say, an iPad in the class. And there is going to be 2 instructors. One that I call it now the magician, that leads the class, gives the show and said, hello everyone, welcome to the class, let's go, let's do this, let's do that. And then there is another instructor who is the, let's call it the gardener, because he nourishes the children. So he pays attention from the side. He's not the main show, but he can see and watch and know what to do, and has the iPad in his hand and he can use it in some way. I don't even have an app yet, but I believe this is the process, because then what all they need to do is each of them focus on this one thing, the magician and the gardener, and both they can have a great class. And I don't believe it's fair to say that instructor can pass a 12 kids class in the level that I want in my business by himself, but it is fair and it's very possible for, I believe, almost all the instructors that has enough abilities and coachability to use that and implement it in their work. I believe this is the next thing that I'm going to focus on. How can I, in my course that's going to be in March 24, how can I give them the exact blueprint to follow, the standard operating procedures, or SOP for short? How can I teach them how to use that and make sure that they do it? And this is going to be the main, I believe, focus on the course, because they will eventually need to do their own classes. And for that to work, they have to either be the magician or the gardener, or to be able to play both, or to switch up with another person. I believe that this is the missing piece. If I can find out how can I help a regular instructor that did something before, is not new to this field, first of all, reach those steps to have better, let's call it public speaking skills, the children communication, to become coachable, to communicate with parents and all those stuff, group control, and also to be able to focus on what the system is, that the magician and the gardener, the software implementation, and all those stuff, I believe, can help me reach to the next level. Because I still don't forget that my main focus, besides having groups and having the instructor course going on, is to be free to focus on the show, the main show. I don't know if I said it last week, but my main focus for the let's call it 3-5 years, is to become a public speaker for groups of parents and children, that they come together to this amazing show. And this show has some characters, there is some songs in it. I also had this week one of the songs almost ready, which is going to be part of the musical inside this show. So there's like seven songs, and this is one of them. I believe it's song number 4. And basically the kids and the parents listen to the show, see the movement. They have assignments to do it mid-show, so we stop the show and they have to do it together. And the entire show it's the story around a child and his inner world. It's something amazing that I still don't want to share, because it has to first of all be completely fixed in my head. But basically this is the show where it becomes so important for children around Israel to learn to listen and get empowered by, because it's a very active show. And later on to have thousands of people to come to those shows and give them the added value that I can bring. So I believe that after I have so many instructors around the world, they can bring in students from their groups to those shows. And this is I believe the vision I have right now, that this is going to be the first step. And then I can start doing some more stuff, some more let's call it projects. But this is the main thing, to have this show up first in Hebrew and then in English, and then to completely change the world of child entertainment. Why won't it be also very empowering? Why it has to be so null and empty? It can be also very professional, not just in the entertainment sense, but also in the developmental state. So I hope you had a great week as well, and I'll see you next week. Until then, train hard, train smart, and peace.